Here's my Disney movie collection, and I want to put out some disclaimers. I might be very critical of Disney. I'm not a huge Disney fan. I believe they've done a lot wrong lately, and they've had a lot of issues with physical media where they're trying to kill it and focus on their streaming service and things like that. And look, Amazon just put out a thing stating how you do not own any of your movies digitally. This is the only way that if you buy a movie, you can own it forever and never have a company take it away. Physical media is important. Shut up. So I'm just putting that out there. Also, I don't have a lot of Disney movies. Disney's expensive. They don't lower prices ever. So most of these are ones I got at cheaper deals, or movies I really like, I have to have, or movies that I'm just buying very, very slowly. So we'll start with my DVDs, which are only four. Halloween Town and Halloween Town 2. I need to get the sequels. These are fun. They're not good. Like, they're definitely Disney Channel movies, but they're really bad, special effects wise. Like, I don't expect like movie theatrical release or direct to video quality even, but like this is a whole town of like all these ghouls and stuff, and they're wearing like masks, and they look like ones you could buy at Walmart. It's just terrible, but they're kind of enjoyable and fun in the same way Hocus Pocus is, except Hocus Pocus, actually had money put into it. I'd actually like to see a bigger budget version of this on Disney Plus. That'd be kind of cool. And they could make more sequels. I don't know. Twitches 1 and 2. Very boring, uninteresting movies. They kind of put these out for Halloween Town. Not Halloween Town. Halloween time. And so, they're not on Blu-ray. These aren't ever going to get Blu-ray releases. So, I was like, okay. Star Wars Resistance Season 1. Now, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I kind of just have Star Wars stuff sometimes. Just cause. This is not a good show. It's very boring. It's created by Dave Filoni, but since he was working on The Mandalorian at the time, I feel like that hurt the show because he couldn't be around to do stuff with it. It's set in one location on this kind of it's on this platform out by the ocean. I was trying to think of the word. There's a word, and it's very boring. Like, it's not that interesting. It just, you deal with the same cast of characters. It's cool because you get to see the same recurring cast of characters get more developed. In Clone Wars and Rebels, you didn't really see a lot of that. You got to see some characters on different planets, random planets. You see once, never see again, things like that. This is always developing the characters that you see on the show. Season 2 was a little bit better, where they kind of jumped from planet to planet, but at that point it was just canceled. And since the show didn't do very well, the toys didn't sell very well. Sounds like they're never gonna put the second season out on DVD, and I can't blame them. It just sucks when companies do that. It's like, there's one more season, just one more, just put it out, and they don't put it out, and it's like one more season if you could add the entire series. And then we have Lego Star Wars: The Yoda Chronicles. Now, what's annoying about this is a series. How many episodes are on this? Yeah, 4 episodes. But they're split up into shorts, even though these are actual episodes. When put together, they make an hour and a half runtime. And you can't even watch them. So on Disney Plus, they're put on shorts, and so like, unless you know which one comes first, you can't watch them. It's kind of bad, and I wish they put it as a series, because it is a series. If you don't know what this is, so back when Disney didn't own the rights to Star Wars, there was a Lego Yoda Chronicles series, and it aired on Cartoon Network, and then that got canceled, and then this is the new Yoda Chronicles, which aired on like Disney XD and stuff at weird time slots, And they made a few different Lego series. You'll see one of them in this video. I need to get the rest of them, which is Droid Tales Freemaker Adventures. What sucks about it is they show that comes before this is now out of print on DVD, and they will probably never reprint it. It's not on Disney Plus, so this is. But just like I said, it's like terrible quality because of the fact like it's hard to remember what episode comes first. This DVD isn't that expensive. I got this for like $5 at Walmart a while ago. So if you want to watch the show, there you go. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah, I need to check that out. As a Star Wars fan, I do watch the Lego stuff just for fun. You know, it's not like great. It's obviously meant for kids, but I feel like they're better than like the Lego DC stuff they make for kids, direct to video and stuff. Because you can tell that the people who make them have love for Star Wars, and they like poke fun at Star Wars, which, you know, back when George Lucas was owned Star Wars, you know, they're more willing to do stuff like that. They have the Family Guy, you know, stuff. We have Robot Chicken, stuff like that. It was hilarious. And, you know, they've got to poke fun at Star Wars, and now it's like Disney's like, don't you make fun of our Star Wars. And if you do, it's got to be peachy clean. So Lego is the only time where like people who make Star Wars actually get to have fun with Star Wars. That's why I'm excited for that new holiday special coming to Disney Plus. Stay tuned for my review for that on my main channel, Kabam Studios. Now I'm gonna keep saying this in this video, my main channel, because a lot of the stuff I've reviewed or talked about on my main channel at some point. So Kabam Studios. Want to keep up with my content, I have 3 different channels. Chan's Random Vlogs, Kabam Studios, and then there's this channel. Celebrating Mickey Mouse. Now this is a Blu-ray that they put out for the 90th anniversary. It's got 13 shorts. It's about 15, 20 bucks. 20 bucks is a little much because it's just shorts. And all these you can get on Disney Plus. But it's cool though. These shorts look fantastic. It's got Steamboat Willie, band concert, Mickey. You got the through the mirror, Mickey's Rival, which is kind of where they introduced Mortimer Mouse, which actually was the original name for Mickey Mouse, and then they're like, no, we'll call him Mickey. Mickey's a better name. Boat Builders, Mickey's Tailor, Brave Little Tailor, Tugboat Mickey, The Little Whirlwind, Mickey's Birthday, Pluto's Birthday, Simple Things, and Get a Horse. Now, Get a Horse is the only modern short on here because it's one that like pays tribute to the classic ones. It's a nice set. Shorts look fantastic. Yeah, absolutely love that. So, and then I got this from Disney Movie Rewards. This is Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, the Three Musketeers. This is exactly what you expect from it. It's not very surprising. It's nice that I got it from Disney Movie Rewards. Doing a slipcover. You know, Disney Movie Rewards, they used to sell like stuff, and then that kind of died. They did like a warehouse chains, and they had a sale, so we got a bunch of movies from them for really cheap because we had a lot of points. We collect a lot of Disney movies, you know, my family. I have my own collection. My dad has his movies and stuff, and but they stopped doing the movies, and now all they do is digital, which kind of sucks, which really shows you they do not want their physical media. But this came with the slipcover. It's a really pretty edition. It's if you like Mickey Mouse and you're okay with the generic stuff. I mean, literally the generic stuff. Pete's the villain. Mickey and Donald are Mickey and Donald. Minnie's the princess. She falls in love with Mickey. You know, everything you would think that would happen in this happens. It's an enjoyable watch, but not a great thing. Robin Hood. I don't know. I've never been a big Robin Hood guy. This one's always been a little too cutesy for me, and a little too ridiculous to me. Like the little bunny rabbit kid who like goes off with them after they're married. It's like, all right, you're getting a little too cutesy, but it's got some fun adventure about it. It's enjoyable. The Aristocats. This movie's very boring. It's honestly not that interesting. Yeah, I don't care for this one, honestly. Believe it or not, I got both of these movies for $6. I got this one at Best Buy, Amazon. I think this one's still $6 on Amazon. I've seen it from $10 to $6 on Amazon. So Disney movies are actually getting a lot cheaper, I've noticed. And I don't know if it's just because they're done with their physical media or what. Sleeping Beauty. I like parts of Sleeping Beauty. It's never been one of my favorites, though. It's fun. It's fine. But yeah. The Rescuers Down Under. I never liked these movies. They're kind of boring to me, especially Rescuers Down Under. The Rescuers is okay. But yeah. I just kind of have I want to own all the Disney animated movies except for two, Frozen and Frozen 2. Those are some of my most hated films of all time. Cannot have them in my collection. Never will. Alice in Wonderland. You know, it's not accurate to Lewis Carroll's novel at all, but like, The Wizard of Oz isn't completely accurate to The Wizard of Oz, and it's still a great movie. So this is a great movie too. Beauty and the Beast, my favorite Disney movie, the first ever animated film to be nominated for Best Picture, and I got it in beautiful 4K. Love this movie, one of the best Disney animated films out there. It's just so powerful, and just does everything it needs to do, and it has a terrible remake. Alright. So, I am going to include 20th Century Fox in this video, but some of my 20th Century Fox movies are over there. It shouldn't be a problem. There's only about a few of them, so, you know, I may have to get up in a minute and grab those, but I'm just fair warning you on that. And the reason I'm including them is, of course, Disney owns Fox. And there are movies that are owned by Fox that I have in my collection that will probably be showing up on Disney Plus soon, if they aren't already. And, yeah. I also own like Star Wars and Marvel, and you know those are part of Disney. So Disney's a wide branch now of things, so that's why. The Lion King, 4K. This is what Lion King's great. The remake is one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life, but we're not talking about that. That's a great movie. Mulan. I never really loved Mulan. It's fun, but I didn't even bother paying the $30 to watch the terrible remake. It's between Beauty and the Beast and this, of which one's my favorite animated film by Disney. Anyways, Meet the Robinsons. It's a mess of a movie. I just wish they would have taken down the script. It could have been a really great movie, but they just didn't, and it's a mess. Wreck-It Ralph. I love this movie. It's great. 4K. Awesome. Target exclusive edition 4K of Ralph Breaks the Internet. This one on clearance for $10, and I thought, okay, well, I got the first one. Might as well get the sequel. I do not like this movie at all. I'd never seen it the whole way through. I'd watch bits and pieces. I've been over like people's houses who have kids, and they'll like watch this movie, and I've always been like, gosh, I'll sit there for a minute. I'll be like, this is so boring. And then you watch it, and it's boring. It's not funny. It's not interesting. So bland. I hate this movie. Hate this movie so much. You could have made a good Wreck-It Ralph sequel. I don't know why you would, because Wreck-It Ralph ended perfectly. It told the story it needed to tell, but whatever. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, my favorite Disney movie in general. I think one of the best films the company has ever made. One of the best films ever made. Definitely the best Robert Zemeckis movie. Into the Woods. So the musical is fantastic. This is a really ambitious movie. It has a lot of unique things it does. I do not like this movie though. It's a mess of things. I respect it more than I like it. You'll see a lot of Disney movies, by the way, in this video that I do not like. Because frankly, if they're with Disney killing physical media, some of these movies will not be available for me to own in the future. Some of these movies I'm like, whatever. But I just want to have them in my collection. And so, yeah, I have this. I do like listening to the soundtrack to this every now off and on though. So, it's not a terrible movie. It's just a mess. The Jungle Book remake. I got this off of Disney Movie Awards in a haul video. Actually, you can watch that haul video on my main channel, Kabam Studios. I enjoy this movie. It's a decent remake of The Jungle Book. I think I never really liked the original Jungle Book, well, okay, I did, and I still do, but it not. It's kind of like there really isn't a story, and this movie gives it a story, fleshes out things. It's one of those remakes where yes, it did improve upon things, and I think it's better than the Jungle Book original. Maybe that's just I don't know. For me, that's true. Enchanted. It's a fun Disney spoof. I think it's better. It does better dealing with Disney tropes because it shows how they can be good and how they can be improved upon. It's better than Frozen Moana of having characters just sing about how strong they are and how independent they are and blah. You know, it's just like no Disney movies have tropes, yeah, just like anything. But being tropey isn't bad. It's just when you just do the tropes over and over again and you don't do anything different or you don't do them well. And this is an example of how to have fun with tropes while still using them. And I don't know why we have to be like, no, we're done with the old Disney way. I get some of them suck. Like Little Mermaid today kind of looks bad. You know, you have a character who's like, I just met this guy. Let me go ditch all my family and go hang out with this guy I just met. It's like, yeah, that does not look good, especially because what Ariel in that movie is like 16. It looks weird, right? But I don't know. Some of these older Disney movies look weird by today's standards, but at the same time, they probably weren't made with the things that we're looking at them now by. And yeah, we should change some of these things and update them. But at the same time, we shouldn't be like, well, just because of these Disney tropes in the past look bad, that means we have to get rid of them. Because some of them we can still do with some modern updates. I don't see why we have to change them. Moana, Frozen, crap like that, I just don't like. $1 Million Arm, it's a decent true story movie about baseball. And look, I'm not usually entertained by sports movies, so it has to be a really good one to keep me entertained. And it's a decent one. The Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, mess of a movie. Narnia, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I've never been a big Narnia guy. It's a fun one though. I kind of want them to make a Disney Plus Narnia series. Probably won't ever happen, but that'd be pretty cool. Underdog. Again, another movie I don't like, but I have. The Santa Claus 1, 2, and 3. So what's funny is this Blu-ray. My dad actually has like a box set of these. What sucks about this Blu-ray, I will say, is here's 2. They stack 2, 3, and 1 over here. There's only 3 movies. They could put a flipper in here easily, but they didn't. And these are decent. I don't know. I never liked these movies. Kind of a weird concept for a Christmas movie, right? He kills Santa, and then it's a bunch of adults telling a child he's wrong for believing in Santa. I can't say I love that concept, and the sequels are a little bit better, but not okay. Well, they're not better, but at least they're being like Christmas movies I would show a child. Santa Claus is not a good movie. These I get why people like them. The kind of movies I throw on every year, and I don't know why. I just don't, but I throw them on. Alright. So here's the Hocus Pocus Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. That's pretty cool. I like this Steelbook. It's 4K. It's, Hocus Pocus, I reviewed it this year for Halloween. It's a fun one. I just don't get why it's like, let's excess over it. So we got Toy Story in 4K. Toy Story 2, the best Toy Story movie. Not my favorite, but the best. Toy Story 3. I like this movie, but I just don't get why toys don't trust Woody in this movie. It's like, Andy's like, what, 20? So, we don't know how long he's had Woody, but, they've been around each other for long enough to know that Woody wouldn't lie to him and make crap up like that up, and it always just weirds me out when I watch this movie. but besides that, it's a fun one. And I like Totoro's in the movie. Totoro. I love My Neighbor Totoro. Such a great movie. You should watch it. Not a Disney movie. It was released by Disney on Blu-ray, but now it's out by G Kids. And I do have some of those transfers, but I'm not showing you those because Disney didn't actually make those movies. And you could argue they don't make the 20th Century Fox movies, but they don't own the Studio Ghibli movies anymore, so it doesn't matter. Toy Story 4 Target exclusive 4K. I found this and the Onward one at a Goodwill for $2 a piece. Someone just donated these, and these were like $35 editions. It's like, what? Finding Nemo on Blu-ray. I found this for $2 at a swap meet. I was trying to think of the word. I don't know what the hell happened there. Finding Dory Steelbook. This Target exclusive one. Really pretty Steelbook. I absolutely love this one. And then, Target exclusive 4K of Onward. I like this movie somewhat. It's fine. I don't know. It got worse on a rewatch. I probably will never watch it again. I don't like this movie, Christmas Carol, but I have it. Nightmare Before Christmas, my second favorite movie of all time. Absolutely loved it. I consider it more of a Christmas movie than Halloween movie. It's about a character who's discovering like the magic of Christmas and things like that. You know what I mean? It's really more of a Christmas movie. It only has like so much to do with Halloween. Like the opening song is about Halloween. The rest of the movie is about Christmas. So I don't know. Frankenweenie. I like this movie until the ending. I think the ending just kills this movie. They should not have brought the dog back to life. That was kind of messed up the whole morals they were kind of sitting there discussing. But the Muppet movie on Blu-ray. Muppets Most Wanted. And then now we get into my Marvel collection. Iron Man. I'm not a huge Marvel guy, so I will be very critical of Marvel because I do not like Marvel. I do not like that because of Marvel, all we get is superhero movies and big blockbusters, and we don't get like smaller movies anymore. It really sucks, and while these movies are fine, I really hate that the whole world is flipping out like these are the greatest things ever, and they're fine. Some of these movies are actually kind of bad and boring. Iron Man. The Incredible Hulk. Hate this movie. I like Iron Man fine enough. It's been a while since I've seen it. Iron Man 2 is terrible. I don't have anything else to say about Thor. Terrible. The Avengers. I really like The Avengers. It's not great. Everyone flipped out over this movie when it came out. Like, this movie's so great. It's just a stupid, fun movie. Why can't movies be stupid fun? I don't mean that to be mean. I mean, it's fun. I had a good time. I enjoyed myself. Was there great filmmaking? No. This movie looks like a freaking TV movie. Iron Man 3. Everyone hates this movie because of the Mandarin twist. I don't. The character's a racist stereotype. Yes, he can be updated and changed to fix that, but it's still it feels like everyone was flipping out over that and forgetting to acknowledge that the original character is now an offensive racist stereotype. And this movie is a really well-directed movie. It's directed by Shane Black. He worked with Robert Downey Jr. In this before, and so he's really good at directing actors he's worked with before, if you've seen some of his other films. So it's a really great movie. One of the best Robert Downey Jr. performances inside of the MCU. Still don't think he ever deserves an Academy Award for Avengers Endgame or any other Marvel movie. These movies are not the movies that you watch for great performances. You watch to see characters you like and have fun. People need to chill the flip down. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. This is not a deep political thriller like people say. Yes, it's got some political themes. Cool. But it's still a dumb, fun Marvel movie. Thor: The Dark World. Boring. Guardians of the Galaxy. I love this movie. I love this movie so much. So good. Ant-Man. Forgettable garbage. I just hate Ant-Man as a character. Not in the comics. I think he's decent in the comics, but like seriously, I hate him in the movie so much. Doctor Strange. I have not seen this since it came out in the theater. I went opening night. Haven't seen it since. Not a good sign, is it? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Love this one even more than the first. Avengers Infinity War. I've seen this movie over 50 times. Gets better every single time. I love this movie. Just wish Endgame would have been this good, but apparently they didn't care about making a good movie when they made that movie, because, oh boy. I'm going to get a lot of hate for that one, but I hate that movie. Sorry, there's just no sugarcoating it. I hate that movie. Star Wars The Force Awakens Collector's Edition 3D Edition. It's also got the Blu-ray in there. I don't watch it in 3D. I just like the cool thing about it. And it was an edition that was on Disney Movie Awards, so I got it from there. And so I didn't have to pay extra money to get it because we just used our points. Star Wars The Freemaker Adventures Season 1. They didn't put Season 2 on Blu-ray because probably it didn't sell well. This was really cheap. I think it was $5 at Best Buy. And I like this show somewhat. It's fun. I don't know. Star Wars Rebels Season 1. I feel like Season 1 I like the most. As weird as that sounds. Season 2. I like Season 2 probably better than Season 1, but they're kind of even out. Season 3, wasn't keen on some of the direction, and Season 4 just killed the show for me. I'm not a huge Rebels guy. There's parts of Rebels I like, though. The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Solo, a Star Wars story. Now, if you notice, I have these organized in chronological order. Rogue One, A New Hope, or Star Wars, as it was called back in 1977. The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. Yes, I still need to get The Last Jedi, but every time I've gotten to the store to look for Last Jedi in 4K, they only have the Blu-ray, so. Willow. I like Willow. I'm excited for the series. I hope Ron Howard comes back and directs an episode. I heard he's involved with the series, but I didn't know. I don't know if he's directing an episode. Now we're getting to my 20th Century Fox movies, so there are going to be some more adult themed movies and not so much kids movies, but I still consider it Disney. Ready or Not. This was a fun movie. Cool concept too. Castaway. I don't know. I've never been a big Castaway guy because here's my thing about Castaway. It's a really good Tom Hanks performance, but when you watch it, it's like, okay, but there are better movies of people trapped on islands. So why are we all flipping out about Castaway as if it's some classic? The Martian, the extended edition, which has the 4K. This is a miracle movie to me because this was a really successful movie, and this is not a movie that I would imagine a general audience liking. Like my grandparents saw this movie. This is not a movie I imagine them liking. A character stranded on Mars by himself, not a lot of talking, and yet it was super successful, and it was a great movie too. I mean, I wouldn't have denied this movie would have been good, but I would have denied that majority of people who watched it would have liked it. That's my thing. Wow. So this is weird. The rest of Batman movies are all released by Warner Brothers, except for this one, Batman the movie. And I think now, if it were to be released, it would be released by Warner Brothers. So I don't know. This is kind of the Adam West Batman TV show, but this is the movie version of that show. So, I love Adam West. Rest in peace, man. We still love you. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, one of my favorite movies. My favorite Ben Stiller movie. I love Ben Stiller. I got a man crush on Ben Stiller. Just saying. I don't know. Ben Stiller's hilarious. Ben Stiller's funny. He's such a great actor. And he's a great director too. I love Ben Stiller. He seems like a genuinely nice guy too. I don't know. There are tons of Ben Stiller movies I don't like, but the ones I really like, I really love. Lincoln. You know, I'm not a big biopic guy, but I thought this one was good. Steven Spielberg. So, Mel Brooks, Robin Hood. I don't know. This is one of my least favorite Mel Brooks movies. Home Alone 4K Steelbook. Jojo Rabbit. I love that movie. Big. One of my favorite comedies of all time. Napoleon Dynamite. I don't like it as much as everybody else does, but it's still good. It's just not a movie I really get, you know? There's some movies that are just like everybody loves, and then there's always that one guy like, I just don't get it, and that's usually me. Bohemian Rhapsody. I've talked in depth about why I don't like this movie, but I still watch that Live Aid sequence all the time. 4K of Ad Astra, fantastic movie. I love Ad Astra. So good, so good, so good. I wish it would have been more successful. I wish the director would have been able to do an ending he wanted, but at the end of the day, I don't even care. I just love that movie. 500 Days of Summer, my favorite romantic movie. I'm so sick of that stereotype with people where they're like, guys just don't like romantic movies. It's like, no, we do. It's just it's not our fault. The majority of them are freaking terrible. Like Girls Obsess Over Twilight, and it's even gotten to the point where the actors have admitted Twilight's terrible. You know, so. But I enjoy a good one from time to time, or at least an enjoyable one. Dodgeball. You got Ben Stiller again, and it's hilarious. So, love Ben Stiller. Gonna keep saying it, but I do. Love Ben Stiller. And more Ben Stiller. The Night at the Museum trilogy, the greatest trilogy of all time. Screw the original Star Wars trilogy. Screw Lord of the Rings. Screw whatever trilogy you can think of. Nothing tops the Night at the Museum movies. Nothing. Flawless movies. Chronicle. Great found footage movie. Too bad Josh Trank lost his career after Fantastic Four. Oh my gosh, that movie's horrible. I remember, believe it or not, when that movie came out, I was actually hyped. I really liked the characters, Fantastic Four, and I'd never seen the old movies.